Not a lot of rebounds off of his shots tonight. Rui Hachimura, 5 for 6 from long range, 11 for 14 from the field, 29 points. That's 5 more than the Memphis Grizzlies' entire bench. Podium game for Rui Hachimura, who hit a new career high, 5 three-pointers.
Being able to have this kind of an impact in your first playoff game for the Lakers.
You know, I've been watching film with Phil. You know, Coach Phil. He always told me those gonna be the practice shot for me. You know, because the way that how they guard me is gonna be like, you know, they're gonna be in the paint. So you know, I gotta be ready to shoot those kind of type of shot. And in just the first half, I just didn't get as much. You know, I didn't get as much ball. So that's why, you know, I couldn't really, you know, shoot that. But like the second half, you know, we were in a good rhythm. You know, everybody was sharing the ball, and yeah, all those shots just came to me. So I just, you know, I was in the confidence to just shoot a shot.
You tied for the most points in a Laker playoff game off the bench ever with Michael Thompson, of course, doing the radio now for the Lakers. What was just the feedback initially from your teammates on the court in the locker room for this kind of contribution?
You know, it's funny. You know, just they since I got here, you know, this team, you know, they really believe in me. You know, my shots and my defense side, like everything, in, you know, what I do, and. It just, you know, before the game, the coaches, you know, everybody, you know, including Phil and like Braun and AD, like they gave me all the green lights, you know, to shoot all those shots, you know, because they told me I'm a good shooter, and so like I was in confident, you know, I was very comfortable in shooting those three, so yeah.
Rui, you had your shot going, and then you have that dunk early in the fourth quarter. Is that even a play that you're attempting to make at the rim if you don't have the confidence of everything else flowing?
Yeah, you know, I was making shots. You know, I knew, you know, Jaren Jackson, he's gonna try to block the shot, every shot. So you know, I just pump fake, and then I just went to the rim. You know, strong. You know, it was funny, like just like yesterday or 2 days ago. The whole team, we got in not an argument, like in a conversation about, you know, my dunk package is kind of weak, so you know, and I was showing all the, you know, my highlights, you know, on the YouTube, and they're like, no, they don't like that. So I told them, I said, look, like this series, I'm gonna have one, so you know, just watch, and it happened today. So you know, they just told me, I said, yeah, they got you know, I got one. So yeah, it's just the, you know, the way they. With me, you know, talking, like, you know, just they told me to be more aggressive. You know, they want me to be aggressive on the offense side, defense side, you know, both sides. So yeah, that's what I did today. Yeah.
Hey Rui, what was your reaction when you saw AD go into the locker room at halftime, and then what was your reaction when you found out he was coming back for the second half?
Oh yeah, that was tough. I remember he said he can't move the right arm or something. So I'm like, oh my God, it might be over. But you know. In the halftime, everybody talk about next man up. You know, we gotta be ready. You know, it is what it is. And then I think the second half we started, and then AD was just dunking. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he was fine. Yeah, you know, yeah, you know, it's the playoff. You know, it's more physical, and you know, they're not gonna call fouls. They're usually called and stuff. So it's gonna be, you know, especially though they're a young team, so you know they gotta be physical, you know, to play against us. You know, that's the way. That's how they can win. You know, if they can beat us. You know, so we just gotta be more. We gotta set the, you know, the tone, the same, you know, same energy, much the same energy, and we just gotta be more physical. Yeah.
Rui, you mentioned that guys were kind of teasing you about your dunk package earlier this week. Who in particular?
It was AD, Austin. Yeah, those two especially for sure. Yeah, they'll talk about my dunks, you know, before, like literally. We've been literally talking about this whole week, this past week, so it was funny. Yeah.
You know, just since you came here, you kind of mentioned about, you know, I know you've talked a lot about LeBron before, but you know, him and AD telling you stuff, and I guess how much the way you view yourself as a basketball player, how has that changed since you've come here?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. You know. I'm able to walk out with him, you know, especially LeBron. You know, I've been walking out with him, you know, in the practice, you know, the individual work. It's you know, nobody can do that, you know, in this world. Just few players can do that, you know, end up on the same team and you know, able to do like workout with him, go through the workout with him, you know, and he been teaching me a lot of stuff, and I can actually watch him, you know, like, you know, how he been doing and stuff, and like his skill set and everything. I can watch right next to him. So and I can actually work with him. So that's really helping me. And of course, AD too. He's a great defender, and he has a good post game. Skill. So I just watch him like all the time. In the film, in the practice, in the game. It's amazing. Yeah.
When coach tells you to be more aggressive, that's one thing to say that. Can you describe for you when you kind of start to feel and gain your confidence and how that progressed in this second half?
It just since I got here, that's how they've been. They want to be aggressive. It's just it's hard to get in the rhythm. It was hard to get in the rhythm because we had a couple trade and somebody got injured and somebody was out, somebody was in, I was starting, I was come off the bench, It was hard for me to get in the rhythm. So of course I talked to the coaches. They talked to me about how they want me to be. When I get on the court. And they just told me they like how I play. They just want to be aggressive. That's one thing, and to bring the energy. Those are things focus on. And today I think from both ends. I think. Came from the beginning. I think I had a good energy and throughout the whole game.
And lastly, a lot of people have said this is not your typical 2-7 seed. You guys won 10 of 12 going down the stretch. What's it mean for you guys to get this win and grab home court advantage in this series?
Oh yeah, we needed this one for sure. The first game is very important. I feel like this is my second time in the playoff, but those every game, every positions is matter. Especially in the win away. So if we can win these games, it's gonna be much easier for us to win those games next, when we get back to LA. So, we gotta celebrate, of course, this win maybe tonight, but from tomorrow we gotta switch to gear and everything, and then we gotta focus on the second game. Yeah.
Rui, I think it's about 7 a.m. in Japan right now. Just wondered how much of your circle is still there, and folks kind of waking up if they didn't wake up to watch the game and seeing you had 29 and your first Laker playoff game.
Yeah, they probably, they're hype about it. They watch it. A lot of people watch the games. Of course, my family watched the game, and I still haven't seen that message and stuff. But yeah, it's great. I wanna show what I can do. For my country. That's my country. I grew up there. I was born there. I miss there. So it's just a good way to show how much I can do here.
前回の試合の後にこういう大きい試合っていうのは自分が一番活躍できる時っておっしゃってたんですけれども、今日の試合を迎えるにあたってやっぱそういう自信というものが自分の中にあります。なんか特別な気持ちっていうのはありましたか？
そうですね。言った通り僕は大きいゲームが好きなので、そういう時こそ僕の強みが本当出てくると思うので、そういうところは意識して僕も昨日夜寝る前にそういうふうに考えましたし、今日朝起きてからも今日やるぞっていう気持ちでできたのが良かったんじゃないかなと思いました。